From the explosive, action-packed adventures to the unforgettable catchphrases, the A-Team captured hearts across the globe when it first premiered in 1983. But what happened to the iconic cast that brought these larger-than-life characters to our screens? Join us as we journey back in time to explore the legendary careers of the fearless soldiers of fortune and catch up on where they are today. From their on-screen glory to the roles they've taken since, let's relive the magic of the A-Team, then and now. George Peppard as John Hannibal Smith. If there was ever a man born to lead the A-Team, it was George Peppard. With his silver hair, piercing blue eyes, and ever-present cigar, he was the definition of cool. As Colonel John Hannibal Smith, he was the mastermind behind the team's daring escapes and elaborate disguises. Always one step ahead of the bad guys, he loved saying, "I love it when a plan comes together," and fans loved him for it. But Peppard's journey to the A-Team was just as fascinating. In 1961, he starred alongside Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's, playing the struggling writer Paul Varjak. His charm and good looks made him an instant Hollywood heartthrob. In The Carpetbaggers in 1964, he played a character inspired by billionaire Howard Hughes, proving he could handle big, dramatic roles. In the 1970s, he took a turn on TV as Baracus, a wealthy investigator solving impossible crimes. Then came the A-Team. Peppard was in his 50s when he took on the role of Hannibal, but he still had that Hollywood charm. His rugged looks, silver fox appeal, and effortless confidence made him unforgettable. Off-screen, though, Peppard was known for his strong personality. He took acting seriously and sometimes clashed with co-stars, especially Mr. T. After the A-Team ended in 1987, Peppard slowed down. He took smaller roles but never found another Hannibal-level success. Sadly, he was diagnosed with lung cancer in the early 90s. In May 1994, he passed away at the age of 65. Dirk Benedict as Templeton Faceman Peck. If the A-Team had a heartthrob, it was Dirk Benedict. With his boyish good looks, slick charm, and effortless swagger, he played Templeton Faceman Peck to perfection. Whether he was sweet-talking his way out of danger or flashing that million-dollar smile, he made fans swoon. But before the A-Team, Benedict had already made a name for himself in another iconic role, Lieutenant Starbuck in Battlestar Galactica. In 1978, he became a sci-fi legend as Starbuck, the cocky and rebellious pilot who loved to gamble and flirt. The role cemented his status as a TV star. Around the same time, he starred in Cruise into Terror and Scavenger Hunt, proving he had range beyond space adventures. But his true breakthrough came in 1983 when he joined the A-Team. As Face, Benedict played the team's con artist, always securing fancy cars, expensive suits, and luxurious hideouts. He was the smooth talker, the ladies' man, the one who could charm his way into or out of any situation. His chemistry with the rest of the cast, especially Mr. T, made for unforgettable TV moments. After the A-Team ended in 1987, Benedict kept busy. In 2000, he wrote and directed Cahoots, a film about friendship and betrayal. He also dabbled in theater, playing Lieutenant Columbo on stage. In 2006, he stirred controversy by criticizing the Battlestar Galactica reboot for changing his character Starbuck into a woman. In later years, Benedict took on quirky roles, including a TV host in Space Ninjas in 2019. He even made a cameo in the A-Team movie in 2010. At 79, he remains a beloved figure in pop culture. Fans still remember him as the ultimate face, handsome, clever, and always one step ahead. Dwight Schultz as H.M. Howling Mad Murdoch. Every great team needs a wild card, and Dwight Schultz delivered that in spades as H.M. or Howling Mad Murdoch. With his manic energy, offbeat humor, and unpredictable antics, he stole the show in the A-Team. Whether he was flying a helicopter, talking to imaginary animals, or driving B.A. Baracus insane, Murdoch was as lovable as he was scary. But Schultz was far more than just the team's comic relief. Before the A-Team, Schultz was a stage actor with a few film roles under his belt, including The Fan in 1981. But it was his portrayal of Murdoch that made him a household name. He brought a perfect mix of chaos and genius to the role, making it impossible to tell if Murdoch was actually insane or just playing it up. Fans loved every second of his unpredictable performance. After the A-Team ended in 1987, Schultz proved he had serious acting chops. In Fat Man and Little Boy in 1989, he played J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb. But sci-fi fans remember him best as the socially awkward yet brilliant Lieutenant Reginald Barclay in Star Trek The Next Generation and Star Trek Voyager. His portrayal of the nervous, tech-savvy engineer made him a fan favorite, and he even returned for Star Trek First Contact in 1996. In later years, Schultz lent his voice to animated projects, including LEGO DC Comics Superheroes The Flash 2018 and Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo in 2020. He also dabbled in conservative talk radio, hosting Howling Mad Radio. In 2010, he made a cameo in the A-Team movie alongside Dirk Benedict. Now 77, Schultz remains a beloved figure in TV history. Whether as Murdoch, Barclay, or one of his many voice roles, he's left a lasting mark. And for A-Team fans, he'll always be the pilot who made crazy look cool. Mr. T as B.A. Baracus. If there was one character who defined the A-Team, it was B.A. Baracus, played by the larger-than-life Mr. T. B.A., short for Bad Attitude, was the team's powerhouse, tough, no nonsense, and always ready to throw down. With his signature mohawk, gold chains, and unforgettable catchphrase, "I pity the fool," Mr. T became an 80s icon. Before the A-Team, Mr. T, born Lawrence Turod, was already a force to be reckoned with. He first gained fame as a bouncer and bodyguard for celebrities like Muhammad Ali and Michael Jackson. But his big break came when he won America's Toughest Bouncer competition, which caught the attention of Sylvester Stallone. That led to his role as Clubber Lang, Rocky Balboa's fierce opponent in Rocky III in 1982, where he delivered one of the most famous lines in movie history, "I don't hate Balboa, but I pity the fool." That role launched him into stardom and directly led to his casting in the A-Team in 1983. On the A-Team, B.A. was the team's mechanic and muscle, but despite his tough exterior, he had a heart of gold, especially when it came to kids. His biggest weakness? A fear of flying, which led to some of the show's funniest moments, as the team constantly had to trick him into getting on a plane. Mr. T's charisma and physical presence made B.A. an unforgettable character, and his catchphrases became part of pop culture. After the A-Team ended in 1987, Mr. T remained a beloved celebrity. He starred in TNT, a short-lived crime drama, and became a motivational speaker, inspiring kids with messages about education, respect, and saying no to drugs. He even had his own Saturday morning cartoon, Mr. T, where he solved mysteries with a team of gymnasts. In the 2000s, Mr. T battled health issues, including a fight against cancer, but he emerged victorious, calling it his biggest fight yet. He made a cameo in the A-Team movie in 2010, but turned down a bigger role, saying he didn't want to play a watered-down version of B.A. Now 72, Mr. T continues to inspire people with his positivity and larger-than-life personality. He may have stepped away from Hollywood, but for fans, he'll always be the toughest, most unforgettable member of the A-Team. Melinda Kalia as Amy Amanda Allen. Melinda Kalia brought intelligence and charm to the A-Team as Amy Amanda Allen, the fearless reporter who helped the team uncover the truth. As the only female lead in the early episodes, Amy added a unique dynamic to the squad. Smart, determined, and always looking for the next big scoop. While she wasn't a trained soldier like Hannibal, Face, B.A., or Murdoch, she proved she could hold her own, often using her wits and connections to get the team out of trouble. For the A-Team, Kalia had already built a steady career in television, but landing the role of Amy in 1983 put her in the spotlight. Her character was a newspaper journalist who insisted on tagging along with the team to expose corruption and injustice. However, Kalia's time on the show was short-lived. She left the A-Team during the second season, reportedly due to creative differences. But her departure didn't slow her down. She quickly moved on to new roles, starring in the drama series Glitter, and later becoming a recurring character on Knots Landing. Throughout the late 80s and 90s, she made guest appearances in some of the biggest shows of the time, including Family Ties, St. Elsewhere, Murder, She Wrote, Beverly Hills 90210, and even Star Trek The Next Generation. In the mid-90s, she found another major role, playing Joey Lawrence's stepmother in the sitcom Brotherly Love. She also ventured into film, starring in Wagons East in 1994, and later appearing in Dying on the Edge in 2001. But her talents extended beyond acting. She became an executive producer for the 2018 film Odds Are, directed by her husband, Peter Markle. Now 69, Kalia has largely stepped away from Hollywood, but her role as Amy remains a cherished part of the A-Team's legacy. Marla Heasley as Tanya Baker. Marla Heasley joined the A-Team in its second season as Tanya Baker, a journalist who stepped in after Amy Amanda Allen's departure. As another fearless reporter, Tanya was determined to get the inside scoop on the team's high-stake missions. Though she wasn't part of the action as much as the guys, her resourcefulness and quick thinking made her a valuable ally, at least for a time. Before landing the A-Team, Heasley was already making a name for herself in Hollywood. She appeared as a spokesmodel on Star Search and had guest roles on popular shows like T.J. Hooker, The Love Boat, Riptide, and Mike Hammer. She even had a small part in Galactica 1980, playing an Air Force lieutenant. These roles showcased her versatility, from crime dramas to lighthearted adventures. Despite her character's potential, Tanya Baker didn't last long on the A-Team. After just one season, Heasley was written out of the show. According to her, the producers wanted the series to be more male-focused, leaving little room for her character to grow. While her time as part of the team was brief, she made an impression on fans as the journalist who dared to run with the Renegades. After the A-Team, Heasley continued acting, landing roles in movies like Born to Race in 1987, The Marrying Man in 1991, and Amore in 1993. However, as the 90s progressed, she gradually stepped away from the spotlight. Now 65, Heasley enjoys a quiet life away from Hollywood. While she may not be in the public eye anymore, fans still remember her as the reporter who tried to keep up with the A-Team, a tough job for anyone. William Lucking as Colonel Lynch. William Lucking is a name that fans of tough guy roles will never forget. Best known for playing the hard-nosed Colonel Lynch in the first season of the A-Team, Lucking brought a sense of gravitas to the show. Colonel Lynch, the military antagonist of the series, was a constant thorn in the side of Hannibal and his team, chasing them through the urban jungles with a relentless pursuit. His cold, calculating demeanor made him the perfect foil for the team of ex-soldiers and misfits, always pushing the limits of authority. Before becoming Colonel Lynch, Lucking had already built a reputation as a solid character actor in both television and film. His rugged appearance and commanding presence earned him parts in westerns and crime dramas. He appeared in The Magnificent Seven Ride in 1972, where his portrayal of a tough cowboy left a lasting impression. He also graced the screen in The Return of a Man Called Horse in 1976 and Doc Savage, The Man of Bronze in 1975, where his military-like roles began to shape the essence of his later characters. Lucking's career was marked by his ability to play a range of hard-edged characters, from bikers in Hell's Bells in 1969 to determined officers in K-Pax in 2001. His gritty presence made him a natural in roles that required authority, whether as a tough military officer in the 9th Configuration in 1980 or a more heroic figure in Red Dragon in 2002 and The River Wild in 1994. While Lucking's most memorable TV role may be Colonel Lynch, his versatility in film roles like The Rundown in 2003 and Sons of Anarchy from 2008 to 2011 as Piney Winston has cemented his legacy as one of Hollywood's go-to tough guys. He passed away in Las Vegas on October 18, 2021 at the age of 80, leaving behind a legacy of memorable, tough-as-nails characters. Lance LeGault as Colonel Roderick Decker. Lance LeGault, known for his portrayal as Colonel Roderick Decker in the A-Team, was a man who knew how to leave a lasting impression. As the no-nonsense military officer intent on capturing the A-Team, LeGault made his mark in the role of a determined adversary who never gave up. Decker was a character defined by relentless pursuit and a sharp sense of duty, and LeGault's rugged presence made him an ideal fit for the part. His piercing eyes and stern demeanor on screen often seem to reflect the internal focus and grit of a man on a mission. Before his iconic role as Colonel Decker, LeGault had a remarkable career in the entertainment industry. His journey started with none other than Elvis Presley. In fact, LeGault's first few films were Elvis vehicles, including Girls, Girls, Girls in 1962, Kissin' Cousins in 1964, and Viva Las Vegas in 1964, where he served as a stunt double for Presley himself. His early years in Hollywood were filled with opportunities to work alongside the king of rock and roll, And he even appeared in Presley's 1968 NBC special, Elvis 68 Comeback Special, playing a tambourine on stage. LeGault's versatility made him a fixture on television throughout the 1970s and 1980s, with guest spots in several iconic series, from The Rockford Files to Battlestar Galactica, The Dukes of Hazzard, and MacGyver. His career spanned a wide range of genres, each performance marked by his commanding presence. Whether it was playing the villainous adversary or the tough military officer, LeGault always brought authenticity to his roles. His final performance was in the 2013 film Prince Avalanche, which allowed him to showcase his acting range one last time. Sadly, LeGault passed away on September 10, 2012, at the age of 77 from heart failure. But his legacy lives on in the characters he portrayed and the memorable roles he brought to life. Eddie Velez as Frankie Santana. Eddie Velez, known for his role as Frankie Santana in the A-Team, brought a unique energy to the show. Frankie, with his larger-than-life personality, was more than just a skilled operative. He was the team's lively spirit and its resident artist. His charm, wit, and flair for the dramatic made him an unforgettable character on the show. His talents as a makeup artist were an essential part of the team's disguises, but it was his vibrant comedic energy that really stood out, making Frankie a fan favorite. Before stepping into the role of the quick-witted Santana, Velez's journey was anything but conventional. Starting as a stand-up comic, he honed his craft on stage, delivering humor that would later be reflected in his performances on screen. His journey took him to the Air Force, where he served before moving to Los Angeles. There, he immersed himself in the world of theater and acting, attending the Estelle Harmon Actors Workshop and performing in various stage plays. Velez even earned recognition for his performance in the acclaimed play Delirious, which won the Drama Logue Award for Best Ensemble Performance. While his role as Frankie Santana might have been the highlight of his career, Velez's versatility allowed him to appear in a range of television shows and films, from guest spots on Hill Street Blues and Walker, Texas Ranger, to roles in movies like Traffic, Repo Man, and White Chicks. Velez proved his ability to adapt to any genre, from drama to comedy. He also starred in several other TV series, including Bay City Blues, Charlie and Company, and Behringers, showcasing his talent as both a lead and supporting actor. Velez's career has continued to flourish with guest appearances in shows like Murder, She Wrote, Jag, and The Commish. His roles in Port Charles and Days of Our Lives further highlighted his range as an actor. Despite his long career, Velez has never lost the charisma and energy that made Frankie Santana such a memorable character. At 66 years old, he remains a testament to the power of hard work, dedication, and a great sense of humor. Robert Vaughn as General Hunt Stockwell. Robert Vaughn, a legendary actor whose career spanned over 5 decades, brought depth and complexity to every role he undertook. Known for his remarkable versatility, Vaughn was a fixture in both film and television. His most iconic role to many audiences was the cunning General Hunt Stockwell in the A-Team. As the manipulative and calculating military officer who often provided the team with their toughest missions, Vaughn's portrayal of Stockwell added a layer of tension and intrigue to the later seasons of the show. His powerful presence made him a memorable adversary and an essential part of the dynamic between the A-Team and their many foes. Vaughn's breakthrough in Hollywood came with his role as Chester A. Gwynn in The Young Philadelphians in 1959, where he was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. From there, his career skyrocketed, with prominent roles in classics like The Magnificent Seven in 1960, where he played the gunman Lee, and Bullitt in 1968, where he starred alongside Steve McQueen. His knack for playing both charismatic heroes and morally complex characters quickly became his signature style. Television audiences, however, were particularly enamored with Vaughn's portrayal of Napoleon Solo in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. from 1964 to 1968. As the suave secret agent, Vaughn became a household name, cementing his place in pop culture history. He followed up this success with roles in The Protectors from 1972 to 1974, Centennial from 78 to 79, and Hustle from 2004 to 2012, where his charm and sophisticated demeanor continued to captivate viewers. In addition to his expansive film and television career, Vaughn earned critical acclaim for his role in the Emmy-winning miniseries Washington Behind Closed Doors in 1977, where he portrayed the White House Chief of Staff. His ability to seamlessly transition between action-packed roles and dramatic portrayals earned him respect across multiple genres. Robert Vaughn passed away on November 11, 2016 at the age of 83 after a year-long battle with leukemia. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this look at the A-Team cast, don't forget to like and subscribe for more nostalgic content. Stay tuned for our next video.